Alright, Cameroonians, your destiny is in your hands. Today is 12th of October 2025 and it happens to be your election day in Cameroon. And I've seen there are a lot of, aspirants that are coming out to contest for presidential election in Cameroon. And now the question is, Cameroonians, are you guys ready for change? That's my question. That's my honest question. Are you guys ready for change in Cameroon? Because first of all, we have seen it clearly that Cameroon has been under bondage for the past 42 years. Paul Biya has been the president of Cameroon for the past 42 years. 42 years of abject poverty, 42 years of suffering, 42 years of pain, agony, unwanted death 42 years of pain to the people of Cameroon. Now, my question is, Cameroon youth, are you guys ready for change, positive change? Because, first of all, the ball is in your court. Today is the day you will make a decision that will last you for another 4 or 5 years. Now, let's come to Paul Biya. Paul Biya has been in power for the past 42 years, even before I was born. Paul Biya has been in charge. And not even 42 years, I think 44 years. Before I was born, Paul Biya has been in charge of Cameroon. And now, Cameroon is one of the poorest countries in Africa, no doubt. Cameroon is one of the poorest countries in Africa. In the last 42 years, I have a question. What positive impact has Paul Biya made in Cameroon to change the life of, Cameroonians? At least to bring positive change and attract foreign investors to come and invest and create job opportunity in Cameroon. Well, I've not been to Cameroon before, but I can tell you from the history and what I've seen about Cameroon. Cameroon is one of the poorest countries in Africa, and Cameroonians do not deserve to re-elect Paul Biya, a 92 years old man, back in power again in 2025, in 21st century. Paul Biya should be at home, relaxing and taking care of himself, because he's already of age. Paul Biya at 92 years old cannot reason fine, cannot reason like a young, vibrant youth. And according to the history, Cameroon is 60% of the Cameroon population is the youth. And now the question is, does it mean in this 60% of the youth, we cannot find a very reliable, vibrant, intelligent youth that can be able to carry on the affairs of Cameroon? Today will mark the day that we will say, yes, Cameroonians are ready for change. Cameroonians have been liberated. But in the other way around, today also will mark the day where we will say Cameroonians are not serious. Cameroonians don't know what they want. Because if you're a Cameroonian and you are still thinking of how to vote in Paul Biya again, sorry for you, because you are not a human. If I say you are a human, I'm just making human nature, human race, I'm not making justice to them. To be honestly speaking, there is no sane human being that will even think of re-electing Paul Biya into power again, based on the things that we have seen in Cameroon. And I believe pretty well that observers will be there. We'll be having European observers, European Union observers, we'll have United Nations observers, we'll have African Union observers and ECOWAS and all that, right? We'll have observers, and I hope there will be free and fair election in Cameroon. There won't be any hanky-panky, any shanty games during the election, because in Africa, this is a norm that when you are in power, you use your incumbent power to still keep yourself in power. That is a norm in Africa. I pray that today there will be a change in Cameroon. And I am sending my congratulatory message to Cameroonians. I pray, in fact, congratulations in advance, because you have been liberated. I pray that you'll be liberated. Because from my own perspective, I believe so much well that no sane, Cameroonian will ever vote for Paul Biya anymore. It's better to even vote for another older person to carry on the affairs of Cameroon than to vote in Paul Biya, again. You can agree with me that Paul Biya has been in power. Cameroonians are suffering for a poor electricity system, suffering for bad road, suffering for bad infrastructure, bad economy, and everything. Everything is in shambles state in Cameroon. So what is enough reason why you will give me, why you will have to vote in Pobia again? Cameroonians, wake up. This is the right time. This is the only chance that you have to liberate your country. If you are waiting for next election, I'm sorry, you don't know what's going to happen. This is the last chance that you have. Liberate your country today so that your children will be proud of you, your grandchildren will be proud of you. We cannot continue like this, recycling old people in politics, putting them in power and allowing them to mess this continent up. It's totally uncalled for. To be honestly speaking, Cameroonians need to wake up now and today. This is a day that we will remember and say, yes, Cameroonians are serious. Cameroonians, we are ready for change. And this is also the day that we will wake up and say, Cameroonians are not serious. Cameroonians don't know what they want. Since they choose to vote in somebody that has been in power for the past 44 years, they still choose to put him in back again. 92 years old man that cannot stand on his own alone. This is the same thing that is happening in Uganda. Museveni has been in power for the past 40 years and he refused to leave the power. And now, these guys have been in power for long. They are not attracting positive change in the country. They are not even impacting any life in their country. There's no good electricity system. There's no good hospitals. There's no good schools. Infrastructure is in shambles state, and they still cling to power. And I keep asking, what is going on in Africa, and what is wrong with we Africans? I understand the fact that to stay in power too long is bad, but stay in power too long and make positive impact and changes, just like Paul Kagame of Rwanda is doing in Rwanda. Nobody can deny the fact that Paul Kagame is not doing well in Rwanda. Paul Kagame is one of the best presidents in Africa, despite that he has been in power for the past 20 years. But he's doing amazingly well in Rwanda. Rwanda is one of the most beautiful country in Africa. Rwanda was a country that was in war. They had conflict. But despite all that, Paul Kagame came to power, revived the economy of Rwanda, changed the infrastructural development, changed everything, bring positive change and impact in Rwanda. Today, Rwanda is one of the countries that you can use to give example in Africa. These are the kind of leaders that we want in Africa. Innovative leaders, leaders that are intentional, that want the best for their people. It's not just only sitting on the fence and be complaining. What have you done to bring positive change in your country? Cameroonians, the ball is in your court. If you choose positive change, the ball is in your court. If you also choose negative changes as well, the ball is in your court. But today will be a day that all African youth will stand up and say, yes, is either Cameroonians did well, they made a positive change and they made this best decision, or also the day we will remember and say Cameroonians are not serious. Cameroonians don't know what they want. If they choose to re-elect a 92 years old man in power, despite the population of the youth, despite the population of the intelligent people of Cameroon, you still elect somebody that is for 92 years old already, you elect him into power. This day will judge, 12th of October 2025. Cameroonians, make positive change. As I'm speaking now, the election is still going on, and I believe there will be positive change. Thank you very much, guys. See you in the next one. Please subscribe, comment your opinion on this video, and as well share the video so that we can get to wider audience. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye bye.